Kaibo. Ah! Ah! You couldn't even hear me cracking open a cold one. This is a tragedy. This will not go unrectified. I will drink a second cold one after this one. Just so you guys will get the satisfying sound of me opening one. It's the only solution. I just have to drink more. Problem solved. I hate that you have installed Hybo into my lexicon. I hate it. Why did you do this to me? Why did you teach me new swear word that's so fun to say? Oh, but as I was saying, we lost an employee at work, it sounds like. Possibly just a temporary thing with her health. I don't know all the details. I don't want to know all the details. All I know is I'm probably going to be working late all of next week while stuff gets squared away. I don't know. It sucks. And the boss is really getting on my nerves because she's just being not professional. She scheduled 2 people to do the same job at different times and got mad at the person that came in second and asked, well, why am I here? If all the work I'm going to do has already been done, why am I here? Yes, I asked for extra hours, but I'm not going to stand back here and do nothing. And I respect that. I wouldn't waste my time and I wouldn't waste their time. I don't know. I think that our boss is overbearing to the point where she's going to run the place into the ground eventually. Eventually she's going to have like half the staff quit all at once. And then the other half is going to quit because she takes so long to hire people. I know we got enough people applying for a job because I keep having people call asking about their application. One of our employees came back from a store that's like a 15 to 20 minute drive away, and he was a manager over there, but he came back to be closer to work closer to home because he didn't want to keep being a manager. So I figure if I pop over there, finish my manager training over there, and then just stay over there, that'd be pretty cool. I know the store manager because she used to be our kitchen manager, and she was pretty cool to work with. Hopefully she didn't go crazy. All the boss training, it's just to make us into cult leaders, and I don't like that. It's some real Jamestown stuff. It's kind of yucky, I'll be honest. You got a report today? Like you have to write a report? Like an essay type thing? Or did you get reported for doing crimes? We do like crime. It's just a little piece of paper, cat. Calm down. Did you do crime again, Boar? I told you before, you can't be doing crime. Only I'm allowed to do crime. Well, alloud's a strong word now that I think about it. Okay, so like a big paper. Over in America, we usually would call that like an essay or a paper. Oh, you fail? Oh, like a report card. You failed your maths? That's a 21%. All right, that's it. I would say I'd help you with your math, but I just remembered how that went last time I tried to help you with your math. Is 30. Only 30%? Is this like golf where no, it wouldn't be. Because in America, at least, our pass rate for classes would be like a 60. And that's a D, which isn't very good, like a 61. Once you get to college, it's 70. And higher level studies is higher percentage until it's just a pass fail. That's crazy. It must just be a different grading system. Well, if the whole class sucks, then that usually means, and hear me out here, the teacher is bad at their job. There's always going to be some students that struggle, but if everyone's struggling, then the teacher's not doing a good job teaching. Fun doesn't mean he's helping you learn, though. Because it sounds like he's doing a bad job teaching you the material. Some idiots ruin his classes. Are you one of the idiots? I'm just saying, you're not helping that average. that 21's not helping the 54 go up. I used to be good at maths, but I'll be honest, I only use basic math anymore, so I haven't kept up with it like I should. I'll bookmark that before I forget. Oh, I don't know if you heard, I finally commissioned my background. I paid the artist. We can expect it in about a month, maybe a bit longer. I told him I wanted it by October at the latest, because that's when I'll have new model. Hopefully, if all things go well. As a treat. Yeah, about a month. They said 3 to 4 weeks is their average. Mine is a bit more complicated, and their stuff also says it can take 2 to 3 months, depending on how things go, like in their life. But I'm hoping to have it in a month. And I got paid today, which means I could commission some emotes. I do need 5 emotes. It's so hard to find, though, the right artist that has the right style, because I really wanted 88 studios, but all their stuff is YCH, which is your character here, which basically means it's a stencil. And I don't want stencil. I want it to be unique to me. Don't get me wrong, their emotes are amazing. Their art style, fantabulous. Fantabulastic. But I really want my raid to be me with a colander on my head like a helmet and holding a ladle like a sword as I rush. I think that would be great. Fantastic, even. Then I'll need a wave, a little angry emote, and then probably a cry. What else? I have 1 slot left. Raid, wave, cry, angry. Do I want to like a LOL, like a point and laugh at this user? An LOL might be good, a point and laugh. I want a wave. I want a wave emote. I need that. Although it probably won't be animated till I get a few subscribers. Which my friends are cool, but I don't expect them to give me money. If Ghoulie subscribes to me, I'm going to be so mad, because it's just both of us giving $2.50 to Twitch every month then. We're not coming out even, we're losing money at that rate. Oh boy, Remember how we were racing towards 50 followers? Smile. Remember how that was the thing we were doing? I might have won. I'm up to 63. And I know I cheated one of those, and then you cheated another one of those, but that's still 61. Am I drunk? Not yet. I'm working on it, though. Because I have my phone with my old Twitch account that I used to moderate, so I don't have to click out as often. And we're drinking cider. We're drinking some Angry Orchard hard cider today. If you need to get shit-faced, it'll help you get there. They haven't given me an ad read. I would love an ad read, Angry Orchard. Give me one in exchange for 100 bottles of your stuff. And every Friday, I'll drink it till it runs out. Oh, my friends and I are having a little grill out party tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm going to make burger. I want to make some big nasty burgers. I'm going to mix some pork in with the beef to make it extra juicy. Oh, it's going to be so tasty. It's going to be so tasty. They want to start at 3, which means I would need to leave the house like right after work. Because I think I work a little shorter tomorrow. I might get like a 30-minute nap in. But that'd be about it. Let me check my schedule, actually. Maybe I could squeeze in an hour. Oh no, what was my work password? What was my work password? I can't sign in. It's whatever. I hate this app they make us use. It's terrible. Dog water. There we go. Let me sign in this time. Because it forces you to set up the thumbprint thing because it's really annoying. But if it decides like, oh, you haven't signed in normally in like a month, so you got to do it the old way now. Yeah. I work to 11 tomorrow, so if I get off actually on time, come home, I could take a quick shower and then nap for like an hour or so and then head out. I'll also have to air up my tire. I have a low tire. I'll make it work. No, I gotta leave a little earlier because I need to stop and grab the ground beef and stuff. I want it fresh. Gotta go to the butcher. I wish we had a smaller butcher. I go to the Fairway Grocer. They have a really nice meat counter there, but it's a bit expensive. But I like making food for my friend. Or friendos. I just don't have the time to do it. I think my parents also have a burger press that I could borrow. It's just a little stencil that you put a bun of burger in, and it has a little plunger on it that makes it into a nice round patty. If I get like 2.5, 3 pounds of beef and a pound of ground pork, mix that together, throw in an egg after I separate my one friend's portion out because he can't have egg. It'll be perfect. It'll be a tasty burger. I love a good tasty burger. And it's fun to spoil my friends with food. I should pick up some cabbage too. I like cabbage on my burgers and like in general over lettuce. If I were to make a salad, which I rarely do, very rarely, not in a long time, I would use cabbage, not like iceberg lettuce, because that's just water with extra steps. It's not very good. I used to do it more often, but I would make like a really simple, like shredded cabbage with a bit of lemon juice, soy sauce, and sake for a vinaigrette. It's a very tasty snack to go with some rice, some saucy meat of some sort. It's very tasty. That's good cider. I also want to try making some onigiri sometime. I think that sounds like fun, but I don't want to scald my hands. And I can't get pickled plums easy. I have to order them usually. It's such a long drive to go up and get them. To go over to like one of the big Asian markets in like Iowa City or something. Little cat. Little cat. Hello, baby. Maybe if we spend the evening over at my friend's after the D&D, I could stop in the morning. Yes, little lady. Yes, little catto. You've been being very sweet. She's been crawling up inside the blanket when I'm trying to take a nap or sleep at night because it's been chilly the past few days. Not like winter cold like it has been, but it's been a little chilly. Chilly enough to have blanket. Speaking of, let me pull this over. Oh, she left. She didn't like that I moved. I moved a fraction of an inch. On ah, I bumped cord. There we go. Fixed it. I fixed it. Yep, you can come back now. I was just pulling the blanket up so you can be nice and comfy cozy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. She's in charge here, I feel like. Her and her brothers, they're the ones in charge here, not me. But I think that's just cats in general. Got to make cozy. Well, hello there, little man. Are you jealous of her getting all the attention? Are you jealous, little mister? He won't admit it, but he's jealous. Music. Work, darn you. I should get some Bluetooth headphones. I had some. I can always use my earpieces, but they're not as good as sound quality. And I wear earbuds too much as is. I've gotten like an impacted ear canal before where you get so much wax pushed in there by your earbuds that you can't hear. You mix that with TMJ, which I have to a lesser degree. It's gotten a lot better, which my jaw will like unhinge and pop weird because it doesn't sound. The music, I have been in a weird mood lately and been wanting alt rock. I like the alt rock. But here, let me 180 the music for you. I have been listening to it a lot lately. There, is this better? Is this better, more? I got muscle. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Do you need to see a doctor for the whiplash, more? Oh, I'm not sure if you saw my message that I just sent before I went live, but there was a firefighter truck, a policeman truck, and an ambulance all across the street from my apartment yesterday. I didn't see no smoke or anything, but they did break down the door and sprayed some water in there at one point. So I don't know what was going on. But that's why I was like, maybe I'd be ready to leave if need be. So I set an alarm for 3 o'clock and then went live then, which 3 o'clock would be 10 o'clock for you. And then I streamed for like 4 or 5 hours. I think. It might have been shorter, actually. I might be mixing yesterday's stream up with the day before. But I forgot to post that I was going live, so nobody came over. Which, that's on me. That's my fault. I was dumb. My schedule, my system, it was all thrown off. It was all thrown into disarray. Cat, what are you looking at? That's what I thought. But yeah, it just threw off my whole routine. Yourself, cat. Yeah, I believe it's the old man that owns, or older man that owns the liquor store nearby. That I think that was his house they were breaking into and spraying water and whatnot. So I hope he's okay. I haven't had the chance to watch the news though. And by chance, I mean I don't watch the local news because it sucks. I hate to tell you this, but I've never been that drunk on stream, Smile. Speaking of, I am getting dangerously close to affiliate. Here, let me check the number real quick. Creator dashboard, analytic overview. I'm at 2.4 average viewers. The next 2 streams that'll drop off are the 13th and the 14th, which is 1.9 and 1.7 respectively. After that's a 1.7, a 1.6, and a 2.3 for the week after. Then he hit when I got sick. With my power, with this new found power of affiliation, I'll be able to not be so terrified by the fact that a streamer I watch followed me. Because right now I'm more like, was this an accident? Was it just because you were drinking? What do I do? What do I do with this? Why can I knock on your stream? Why do I have the option to bother you in a way your other viewers don't? No, I'm just a little man. I'm just a little man. I shouldn't have such power. All right, that's one bottle of cider down. I'll grab another in a second. I only have 2 more, so I couldn't possibly get that drunk on just 3 ciders, right? Right, Smile? I'm not lightweight or something. I used to drink Irish cream as a little bedtime drink like every night. A little bedtime treat. Oh, but I forgot to get saltine crackers when I went to the grocery store, so I have all this tomato soup and no crackers for it. It's a tragedy, I tell you. Absolute tragedy. Because I have to buy milk to make my tomato soup, because that's just better than making it with water. But that's the only time I ever have milk because it just doesn't agree with me all that much. And I don't care for it. The only time I'll just drink milk is if there's just a little bit left over after making a soup. And then the only time I'll eat a salad is to be polite. And I don't like it. I tell you what. I say. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think I might want to go over and talk to the boss of the other store sometime. See if I could arrange to stop by, have a little meeting with them. Working at a smaller store that isn't as busy also sounds very appealing. I feel like I could actually move away from working in the kitchen to doing all the other stuff that a manager's supposed to do. Doing orders, stock counts, that sort of thing. And it wouldn't feel like as major of a deal when we don't get a box shipped to us as it is at my store when we're always precariously running out of everything. We will be out of jelly-filled donuts and raspberry flips, our two most popular donuts tomorrow. We don't even have enough to get through the day. It's malarkey. It's bull. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. As our big boss at the store manager, I feel like she's let the work kind of consume her. Like the few times she's been in the kitchen to help me with stuff when somebody's called in, it's just me getting nitpicked over every little thing. So I guess you have your way of doing it. And I could have set up for your way of doing it if I knew you were going to be in the kitchen. However, I've been in the kitchen for 6 hours, so it's set up how I like it. If you got a problem with doing the dishes because I set it up the way you don't like, then make the food and I'll do the dishes. I'm not mad. I'm just mad. I mean, no, I'm not mad. I'm just. Nope, I'm mad. I am just mad. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. She's been working for the company for like over a decade. I think I heard like 15 years or something, which I'd say is too long to work for a gas station. A gas station that thinks it's more than it is. I mean, it is like the number 4 pizza seller in the country, so it's not small by any means. Oh, Boar, what did you think of the little thumbnails I made for my VODs? I thought they were kind of silly, but I liked them. I like the second Final Fantasy better. I was stuck using El Lalafell because in like the lore of the game, most black mages are Lalafells, which are like their hobbits, they're little peoples. Because black magic started in one of their empires, I believe, previously. At least it started where modern day Ul'dah is, or that region. Which the lore of Final Fantasy, I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of like it, but I feel like I'd like it better if they kind of gave it the Warhammer treatment of writing books that were in the like setting of the lore. I'm sure there's at least a few people that have wrote fan fiction in those settings, but I would love to see more. That's the kind of stuff I lock on to. It makes me lock in and be like, ooh, tell me more. It's kind of part of why I really love Dark Souls. There's so much lore in it that I feel like I can really sink my teeth into it. I feel like I can just latch on and keep learning. And then when I'm playing the game later, it feels even better when I'm like, oh, this is this. It's related to this thing. Having that knowledge is fun. Anyway, give me one moment to go grab another little drinky drink. In fact, I'll grab both of them so I have them out and ready. Banger alert. Absolute banger. And back with a pair of cold ones. I bet you didn't think this was an ASMR stream now, did you? Hell yeah. I don't know if you could actually hear that sound. They're bottles, so they had the little cap on them. And oh, you want to see my vest? Man told me to jack it off on stream. That's wild. Yeah, look at my vest. It's so cool, right? One second. Here, let me get close so you can see it. I grab my blanket again. I wasn't sure if autocorrect got you or not. I'll be so honest. I need to message Gannon, but I don't want to bother them. I hope they go live again soon. I know they weren't feeling well yesterday. I meant vest. I certainly didn't want to see your chest. Just your vest. I swear. I swear. On my mother's life. I swear. I have to wonder if we should do anything other than drinking today. Or should I say in addition to? How do we? No, I said I would do Pokemon Smashers Pass with my friend Ghoulie. Speaking of, I found out my friend has a wife. She never mentioned she had a wife. I swear, my little Wisconsin bat. Yeah, Pokemon Smash or Pass. You go through all the Pokemon and you just say Smash or Pass. I thought it'd be funny to bring my friend over. She's the best. She's the funniest person I know. You should follow Goody if you don't. You'd like a third of the internet is Pokemon where the answer was Smash. I'll be so for real, bud. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you this. I hate to be the one to inform you of this. I didn't think it was possible not to know. I didn't think. But it seems you didn't know. And that's not your fault. But now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Do I need to read the Vaporeon copy pasta again? Do I need to do it? I'll do it. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. I will do it. 1 second. I can't type. Vaporeon copy pasta. I don't see people screaming saying no. Hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon for humans? Not only are they in the field A group, which mostly comprises of mammals, Vaporeons on average are 3'3" tall and 63.9 pounds. Nice. This means they're large enough to be able to handle human. And with their impressive base stats for HP and access to acid armor, you can be rough with one. Due to their mostly water-based biology, there's no doubt in my mind that an aroused Vaporeon would be incredibly wet, so wet that you could easily have with one for hours without getting sore. They can also learn the move Attract, Baby Doll Eyes, Captivate, Charm, and Tail Whip. It's too late. We've gone too far. Along with not having fur to hide nipples, so it'd be incredibly easy for you to get you in the mood. It hurts. With the ability Water Absorb and Hydration, you can easily recover from fatigue with enough water. No other Pokemon comes close to this level of compatibility. Also, fun fact, if you pull out enough, you can make your Vaporeon turn white. Vaporeon is literally built for human. Ungodly defense stat, high HP pool, acid armor means it can take all day, all the shapes and sizes, and still come for more. You should have yelled stop sooner. He's done. Well, I censored it even. I even booped out the bad words. What more could you have wanted from me? You had your chance. There was no screaming when I mentioned reading the copy pasta. But now you know why the internet is freaky. I can't even go on cat pics on Blue Sky without seeing furries getting it on. I just wanted to see cute cats. And then there were tits. And I wasn't ready for that. I mean, I don't mind seeing them. But I need to be in the right mindset. I'm on mute. I could say whatever I want. Boreas is my favorite chatter. I love having them around, and they'll never know that I said these nice things about them. I hope their streaming really takes off. And I'm sorry I got them banned from Gannon's chat for not lying. And they'll never know. They'll never know I said nice things about them. Poor evil. I wonder what we should do today. I'm having a good time just chillaxing. Joke's on you. I'll forget. I keep forgetting. I'm like a... How far behind on VODs am I right now, actually? I uploaded a batch last week. I hate that I can't upload like 20 videos at once and then sort them later. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 VODs. That's like 3 weeks about. Yeah, that's about 3 weeks worth of VODs. Man, I need to upload those VODs. That's a lot. That's taking up a lot of space on my computer. If I uploaded them all, I could probably download Helldivers again. I've been kind of getting the itch to play it again. I know last time I stopped playing because I just wasn't having fun with it. The ragdolling was getting to be too much. I was trying to fight bots. It was my duty. And then even when I went back to bugs, Charger was just too strong now with how they buffed it and everything. I also need to get some friends together so we can achievement hunt in it. That would be fun. We'll have to get recon armor set up for everybody and then go in with our sidearms. That's a mission when if everyone in the group only uses their sidearm through the whole mission, which is like your little pistol instead of your rifle or your machine gun or whatever you take. Hello, Locato. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Oh, come on, lay down. Lay down. If you're going to be here, that's fine, but you got to lay down. That way I can keep streaming. There you go. Oh, is that a panda? Is that a panda I sense on the horizon? Maybe. Maybe. Is Panda even online? Panda's not even online. Oh, I just remembered. Boar, are you there? Boar. My friend released a game. Let me grab link. Let me see. Let me make sure I got the right link. 1 second. I haven't had the chance to look at it much. It's a visual novel. 1 second. My friend made a visual novel. It's called The Ghost of Alcantara. It's you can wishlist it now. It'll be completely free to play. 175,000 words. My friend did all the coding for it. Another of their friends who I don't know did all the writing. More like this God of War Ragnarok. Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us. Oh, that's Persona 3 Reload. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Oh, they don't know anything. The Last of Us part. Oh, God. Power Wash Stim. Bioshock. Final Fantasy 16. There's a 16 now. I need to get that. My site actually fits. My site's close enough. It's until you get like the 5th tab of recommended games, the more like this that you get anything like this. That's ridiculous. I think Steam isn't good at thing. Well, but I actually need, they posted, they put this up this morning. I need to go into here and I have to wish list it. I'll definitely make a point to download it. I might play it on stream actually. And they're already working on another visual novel. He just can't be stopped. He can't stop, won't stop. Here, pin that. There we go. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind going over and wish listing it, though, I know it'd mean a lot for them if they got a lot of downloads and wish lists and whatnot. I think that'd be pretty cool. It'll be free, so you don't have to spend anything, but I know it'd really mean a lot to my friend. It's Captain Erica. I know you've seen them in stream before. Oh, look at me being all sappy over here. Joey Safety introduced me to them. Joey Safety also introduced me to my Friday night D&D group and then left. Smile. I swear though, Joey Safety is the best filter for friend groups. If they vibe and invite me over, I know it's going to be cool. If they leave me in the room with somebody, I know I will have made a new best friend. Although I actually joined the Saturday D&D group before Joey. I think Joey joined like the same time or like a week or two prior. Because my first character died in a valiant attempt to rescue their character. Man, my first character is so edgy looking back. My first character was Abaddon. But I didn't get it from Warhammer. I got the name from the Bible. For the name of the beast, Abaddon or Apollon, depending on if you were speaking Greek or Hebrew. And it was a necromancer, a level 1 necromancer that couldn't do nothing. They were just a little wizard, and they ran and they tried to help, but they really did. I mean, I did end up making another necromancer. I played a monk for a while, and then I made another necromancer. I played drunk old monk. He got stuck inside an iron flask and hasn't been seen since. An iron flask is a magic item. It works like a Pokeball, basically. And then my necromancer, he just goes around causing problems now. Because he was a young son of a noble was having, or not noble, but like a rich merchant family that's like bordering on nobility, was having some relations with this lady who got assassinated. She was also a rich scion of another merchant house. He got blamed for it and then went on the lam, went out to hide because even his father tried to turn him in. So he stole a bunch of money from his family and left. He was already disliked by his family because he was good at necromancy, so he pursued that. He did it right, though. He like ethically sourced his components, let's say. And he had a penchant for demonology as well, like his uncle, who got executed because an imp they summoned got loose and hurt somebody. Not like the big demons he summons, an imp. A relatively small mistake. So it left my character very untrusting, is how I tried to play them. With their main goal being to bring back to life their beloved because the gods wouldn't. Which in reality meant she wasn't willing to come back to life. She didn't want to. She was enjoying her afterlife. But my character doesn't believe that could possibly be right. No. She was such a sweet little thing. She couldn't possibly have gone, decided not to come back. And now then that character, Tiberius Greyspire, also known as the Undertaker, because when he was in hiding, he worked as an Undertaker to get his materials. And he just started going by his professional title. Good morning. How are you doing today? I'm yapping and drinking. I was talking about one of my first D&D characters. The character had a good, like, story, but their visuals were just the Undertaker from Black Butler. Keeping in mind I had only watched the anime, so I was like, oh, this guy's just a little freak. I kind of like that. He's a little freak, just like me. Oh, you're reconnected? Welcome back again. How is it going, Panda? Oh, speaking of, did you share a picture? No. We want to see the sketch for your model. Let me see. I want to know. I want to see this. Also, which artist did you end up working with? Yeah, Panda's gonna be a streamer too. Although you might have a harder time watching Panda considering time zones. Oh, Miss Hannah. Yeah. Put it in the main Discord. Let us both see. Let's go. I'm excited. Well, speaking of Discord, I should see if anyone ever responded when I posted those silly little pictures. Oh. That line art is clean. I gotta move my computer a little closer. Oh, I see. It's set up so each layer can be used independently. The hood can be used without the longer jacket, the face covering the hair. I understand. That's wicked. Let's go. Now, if I can just grab Gannon and give him a couple good shakes so I can get him to start doing work for me. Hell yeah. That AI stuff can be really good though for helping get like ideas out of your brain, get some general references for an artist to use. What you shared with me before was AI, wasn't it? That's a pretty good deal. It wasn't bad for AI, I'll say it. It honestly looked kind of cool. I think a lot of people just say, oh, it's AI, it's automatically shite. And like, yeah, I don't want AI art to replace normal art, of course. But that doesn't mean it always makes stuff that looks bad. You gotta admit the technology is impressive. That's 2 down. 1 to go, baby. Although I'll wait a moment before I open the last one. I know my D&D group, we use AI art for our characters because we can't afford to always be making uh like commissions for artists to do every one of our characters. It's either that or Hero Forge. Oh, but I got paid today, so I'm gonna try and spend some time on VGen tonight after my Friday night nap. Yeah, Hero Forge is great because I'll have to go. I'll need to take a nap after stream for D&D and then stop at the grocery store real quick. But then I need to find someone to do emotes. I need 5 emotes. I might do 5 from 88 Studios, but then commission someone else to do my raid emote because I really want a cute one with a colander in my head and running at someone with a ladle. I really want that. It would be so cute. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Get shit on, robot. You shit on. Oh, that's wicked. Yeah, honestly, I'd love to see if Katya. I know it's not stuff she normally does, but it'd be cool. Yeah, I was ready. I was on it. I was McFrickin' on it. Oh, that reminds me. I need to delete yesterday's VOD. Nothing bad. It just wasn't a good stream. There was nobody here because I forgot to make the post. I forgot to let everybody know I was live because I'm stupid. But it's fine. End of the day, it's all good. I'm still rapidly approaching affiliate, which is pretty cool. Yeah, a stupid one. If you need to get some rest, Spore, feel free. You don't have to stick around. Although I'd appreciate if maybe your phone was left on, smile. I know you got to get ready to hide because you said your report was coming in. And that's not going to be no good. Your mom's going to be mad at you. She's not going to be happy. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock over there. I would have been asleep for 2 hours if it was almost 9 o'clock. Okay, an hour and a half. I would have supposed to have been going to bed an hour and a half earlier. Oh no. Boar, run. Run. Don't look back and don't stop. Just run. You'll be fine. Well, I would offer to help you with your maths, but you have proven that I am not good at maths no more. Oh, you didn't get the sandal? Yeah, I don't know how. Like, even if you manage to dodge the first and second sandal, somehow there's a third one. Somehow there's a third one. No one warned me there'd be a third one. And new maths. Lucky children these days don't know how good they got and not getting hit. Back in my day, we spanked children, or rather got spanked. Yeah, their system over there is weird, Panda. They need a 30 to pass. I don't get it. I feel like if you get 70% of the material wrong, that should be a fail. Like if there were 10 questions and you answered 3 right, that should be a fail, not a pass. Hello, little baby cat. I would very much like to stretch my legs, ma'am. Nope. Okay. Well, in my experience, the best way to learn your maths is from some random Indian guy on YouTube. Or any subject, really. Let's see. What you got here, ma'am? Live 2D model art for 100. I assume that means it doesn't come with $10 for an emote? Oh. 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 Does she do animated emotes? Oh, I am so commissioning her. $10 for that quality of art? I can't say no to that. And it's not a YCH? $40 for just an illustration? And she does furries? Oh, I gotta pass this lady on to my friendo. Oh, it's two people. It's two. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All my money. I can feel it flying away from me. It's not out yet, Panda. It's just ready to be wishlisted. It says it'll be out on the 25th. Captain Erica here did all the programming for the VM, and one of their friends did all the writing. I can't wait. We'll get to play a visual novel on stream. Maybe. I don't know how good that content will be, but I'll definitely give it a try. I don't know if my Thrussie can handle it. Let's open another drink. This is 3 of 3. Some good old-fashioned Angry Orchard hard cider. Not sponsored yet, but we could be, Smile. We could be sponsored, Angry Orchard, if you just want to send me a few cases of your stuff and give me an ad read. I'll read. Look, there's 7 people here that could listen to your advertisement. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, wicked. I'm just not sure if my throat would hold up to that much reading. The dyslexia go blur. I should clarify, unless I get... I haven't been tested in a long time, but I don't have full-on dyslexia. But I am bad at reading. My father has full-on dyslexia, though, so I feel like I'm just slowly turning into my dad, gaining all the debuffs he has. But gaining the same sense of humor as well. A couple of times I picked up my friend and we're heading to D&D, and when we're turning from like the normal road onto the interstate, I'll zero to or onto the highway. I'll 0 to 60 pretty quickly, and I'll be like using my arm like there's a clutch that doesn't exist in my car, making my friend grab the oh shit handle. Oh, but since you two are here now, I'll tell you about my day. Oh, fucked up day, oh. The boss has been just on a row the last 2 days. Yesterday, they were real mad at one of our employees because she scheduled 2 people to do the same work at different times. So when she came in, she works 2 jobs. She's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Is there not any work left for me? And I understand that. Like, you come in expecting to do your normal tasks and find out it's all done. That's kind of annoying. The boss had just given her some extra hours, but not like communicated. I'll see you later, Boar. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I hope you rest well. But like, I understand like her perspective because the boss didn't tell her like, hey, this is what I plan to have you doing today. And instead the boss hit her with the, well, if you don't want to be here, you can leave. Because they had already picked up some extra hours at their other job. So, yeah. I'm over here in the background like, can I tell my boss she's being a bitch right now? Am I allowed to say that? Because I don't think she's handling this very well. She shouldn't be griping to everyone else about her qualms with another employee. She should be more professional. At least that's my opinion. And then she was helping in the kitchen because she had taken the person that was supposed to be helping me and was making them watch a bunch of videos and complaining to me about how I set up the sinks for the dishes because she was doing all the dishes so I didn't have to. It's more of they didn't know what they were expected to do because all the work they come in to do during their shift is done because they do the prep shift, the cutting all the fruits and veggies that we need, making the salads and the sandwiches for the open air cooler, that sort of thing, making the pizza dough. Like if she had been told like, hey, we can give you some extra hours on this day to run register or whatever, to be a second cashier and do some extra cleaning in the kitchen, I think she would have been fine with it. But I think that communication is important because usually when I ask for extra hours, it's more of a, hey, if somebody calls in, that works in kitchen, can I be the first one checked with to fill the shift? Because it sounds like the boss wants to just stop scheduling her. And if she does that, I'm going to yell at the boss because that's not right. You can't have one qualm with an employee and then just not schedule them anymore. You already kind of been replacing her with another employee, which isn't right. I get being in a bad mood, but when you're the store manager, you gotta handle it well. You can't just be griping and yelling to everyone in the store who can hear you. And then when she's in the kitchen helping me, because look at our employee, she's complaining about how I did everything nitpicking, finding the one thing that needed tossed, and then being mad about it. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect, ma'am. I'm sorry I read that as PM, not AM. Go ahead and throw that away. But if it turns out that the times on these don't matter, then I will start throwing everything away first thing in the morning so you don't yell at me and having an extra 20 minutes before food comes out. I just want to be left alone to do my job. I know she wants me to do more managery things, but until she puts someone else in the kitchen to watch the kitchen, I can't do more managery things. Because I'm over here just like, everyone's entitled to have a bad day, to not always be 100%. They just need to come in and do their job the best they can and then go home. You don't got to be happy about it. You don't even got to like doing the work. You just got to like the money a little bit and you'll do it. She complains she can't get anybody to work here yet. Every other week I'm having somebody call to check in on their application. Yeah. Maybe I should go to one of our other stores. I could bounce over to another nearby store and be a manager over there instead. Exactly. And then it sounds like we're down an employee today. Like they either quit or like they're having a lot of issues and won't be in for a while. I don't know exactly what, but the person is the assistant store manager who's been there for a couple years. She has some family issues, some health issues, but she's good at her job. Hands down, good at her job, does her work well. She doesn't always get everything done, but that's to be expected. There's always going to be work for tomorrow. As long as our orders get taken care of at the end of each week, then the rest of it can usually wait another day or two. I'm debating saying, okay, just hire someone else to work in the kitchen one day a week, and I'll come in, do cleaning, do stocks out front, and that sort of thing. Probably a day every 2-3 weeks she mixes. I don't track other people's attendance that much because it's not my job. I go back to the schedule and look and see, okay, who else is working in the kitchen and when do they come in to see if I'm going to have any overlap with someone else's shift because that helps me get a lot of the dishes and stuff done. And that's about it. I look to see if the big boss is going to be in so I know if I need to hide. because our store manager, she also goes around to a bunch of other stores. So the schedule will say she's in at like 10 o'clock, but she won't even be in this store today. I feel like she needs to write on there if she's not going to be in the store so we know when people ask for her. Yeah, if I'm expected to follow the schedule, she should be expected to follow it as well. If she is, but she's at another store, we should be aware. I'm watching all these. I have to watch an hour and a half worth of videos about communication. You've been doing this for 15 years. Communicate. Exactly. Because when you're the store manager, so people are going to want to talk to you. That's just how it goes. And like I'm over here, like I'm a manager technically, but it's like whenever I get a text message like, hey, please make sure people are doing this or doing that, I'm the one that goes up and says, hey, this is what the boss said. This is what I want you to do. Just do your best. Like we needed more people to do the survey at the bottom of the receipt. So I just said, hey, every time someone takes a receipt, point out the survey to them. I know most customers don't take a receipt. If you got like an aunt or uncle that you could convince to do the survey to help out your store, that'd be really appreciated. Or like how she's training another store manager this week and maybe next. And I hear them talking about like how the one person asked them like, hey, what do you do with all the old food? Are we allowed to have any of it? And they said, only if you want to lose your job. Well, now you're just being a dick about how you're phrasing that. We throw away whole pizzas at a time someday. I'm not saying you can take a bunch of it home, but if you're working and you want something to eat, if you're hungry, you're not going to be hungry as far as I'm concerned. I grab a slice of pizza most mornings. And I don't usually pay for it because I know it's going to be thrown away. And I don't think that's a big deal. If they want to fire me over it, I'll go down to the union hall. I'll pick up another trade job. My dad's been pressuring me saying I should do it for a while. I don't really want to. It'd be harder to stream, but I'll do it. I just don't like working in different places on different days of the week. I like a good steady routine. It's how I manage my ADHD and OCD really well. I get a good schedule going that I can just go into work, put in an earbud to listen to some music to drown out my thoughts, and lock the heck in. But yeah, I'm the one that's, when somebody comes in, I'm like, hey, store manager's on a row, just stay out of her way. I'm the one who like, hey, buddy, she's angry, so just be prepared. I'll go take the heat. I'll let her yell at me. Like she was yelling at me for putting some scoops in the sink water. And then I let her yell at me for a while. And then I finally said, okay, I won't do that in future. I put it in there because I don't want all the queso and stuff to dry on them because it gets harder to clean. And then because I gave her a good reason, and she's like, oh. Like, see, I'm not just being a little gremlin here trying to make your job harder. You didn't tell me you were going to be doing this, so I did it the way I like to do it. Like, she's very insistent on people taking little labels off containers before they get put back by the sink. I don't bother with it because it tears. Instead, I'll get a little bit of hot water in the sink, get the labels just a little wet, and they slide right off. It's perfect. Like, I understand she's been doing it for a long time. She's got her way she likes to do it. I've been doing it for 2 years. I got my way I like to do it. Neither of them's wrong. They're just different. At the end of the day, we both leave with clean dishes. Like, she puts all the Cambros at like an angle propped up, and they dry faster when they're like that. They're more prone to falling, and you can't fit as many. So I do them the other way, but they dry a little slower. Yeah, some people are just. Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, I know she cares about the work being done right, being done well. But half the time, I can't tell if she cares about it for the sake of doing it well, or if she cares about it for the sake of her getting her bonuses. Because I know her bonuses are tied to source sales and stats and whatnot. But I'm more here in the background, like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do my job well because it's my job. I'm going to do my best to make it so the others can do their job well. And then I'm going to leave. When I leave work, I'm no longer thinking about work unless I'm talking about it to somebody. Whereas her, it seems like she lives for the work rather than working to live. Whereas me, if I found another job that paid just as much or a little more and let me keep my current schedule with streaming and funding that, I'd be happy with it. My work is just a resource. And if I find a better version of that resource, I'll switch to it. I only even asked to become a manager because my parents were talking about selling their house. And I wanted to be able to afford to buy the house because I don't want just anybody to buy my childhood home. Speaking of, my savings are coming along nicely. I got $1,300 in the bank. I'm a little over a tenth of the way there to the down deposit. Yeah. Like your job, when safety protocols aren't followed, somebody gets turned to goop. My job, if like a label isn't followed, onions that should have been thrown out 3 hours earlier get used. They're still fine. All those labels have flex time built into them. They're all shorter than the old labels we used to have because of the way the new system works. Like a good example is the icing. It used to get a label for 72 hours, and now it gets a label for 2 days. The difference is that you can't technically use it on the third day, but you could use it for 3 mornings with the old labels. Exactly. Like this morning, somebody got stuck in the car wash. The like end thing just didn't open for them. And I grabbed somebody that knew how to open the car wash because it was truck day, so we had extra people in. And then I said, hey, this is important that I know how to do this. I know I need to make some more food right now, but this is more important if this happens on a Tuesday when there's only 2 people here. I need to know how to do it. That's a lot more important than me making some cookies. Like, yeah, it's nice to have them to sell. My first priority is going to be all the hot food that I know people are coming in for, that they expect to be there. Exactly. Goopification's no joke. The old man that or no My mother's friend's grandma, she died of goop. Well, she actually died of gassing, but that's just goop in your lungs. Don't mix cleaners. Don't mix cleaning chemicals. It's bad for you. That happened back when I was very small. It's like labels are important. Like there's some things everyone needs to know though that doesn't just need to be on a label, but it needs to be common sense. Exactly. My boss was complaining the other day that people take hours to watch their videos. When I will go through and do them all, it's like, well, ma'am, I was barely paying attention to these videos because they're ads. They're ads for our cleaning products. It's fine. Whereas the other people, they're trying to actually pay attention to the videos while working. Exactly. Ammonia and bleach, that makes a gas, that makes chlorine gas is bad for you. Diesel and styrofoam makes napalm. Don't store those sort of things near each other. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, I did once gas myself with a mix of ammonia and bleach. Not bad. I just used a mop bucket that hadn't been fully rinsed out with a different cleaner. This was back when I worked at the pizza ranch when I was a teenager. I noticed I started coughing. It's like, oh, that doesn't feel right. I opened the door to air out this space, dumped it out, and I was fine. Acetone, peroxide, and any acid. That's three things. Or do you mean peroxide as one of the acids? And what is acetone? That's a thing for paint, isn't it? Chemistry is fun and scary. What is acetone? Nail polish. All right, so like nail polish remover, hydrogen peroxide, and anything acidic. Well, good news for you. I don't use acid if I can help it. Occasionally, I'll use a bit of muriatic to clear out my drains or to clean my shower, and that's it. Because my dad always has some of that around because he works construction and they use it to wash the bricks when they're done. Ooh, explosion. Although whenever I'm using like an acid or something, I make a point to have open windows. Because I know it's bad. Shock sensitive. Well, hear me out. You could do what my dad did as a child. What you do is you take an extension cord, you take one end off of it, and you strip it so you see the wires, and you put that into a pipe. And in that pipe, you put a mix of diesel and a fertilizer. You cap the pipe. You set the pipe wherever you want, then you walk a little ways away and you plug in the extension cord. The next day, my grandpa walks into the living room and says, well, a sinkhole opened up in the pasture. My dad was a farm kid. Making pipe bombs was just everyday fun. Some days I wish that I had that kind of childhood with that level of practical understanding of chemistry, physics, engineering, and all that. But then I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't have to raise pigs and slaughter pigs and stuff like that. I'm glad I wasn't born into having a job. I think it was during the big swine flu outbreak, and they had to kill all like the farm cats. And my dad, who was the baby of the family, was the only kid spared from having to help with that. And talked about how they had to have the border collie tied up for like a year straight, and that if she went into the pig area, she was dead. I think that was swine flu. I could be misremembering which farm-based pandemic it was. And you would think farm kids have good like work ethic and like money, skills, and whatnot. But then I have an uncle who will take money from one pocket, put it into the other pocket, and say, look how much money I made. He's constantly in debt because he has to have the biggest, nicest trucks and everything else. And the rest of us are over here like, well, sir, you could have used that for another decade instead of selling it for half of what you paid for it. Just because it wasn't shiny and new anymore. But yeah, my uncles are a mix of that and then alcoholics. My one uncle, though, he's an alcoholic, I'll be honest. He's not as bad as the uncle that died. Being an alcoholic for decades does a toll on your body. Take care of yourself. But he is not engineer, like working on cars. What's that called? Mechanic. He is one hell of a mechanic, went to school for it. He does tractor pulls, which are basically racing with tractors. He can make a tractor 0 to 60 in seconds. They're not built to 0 to 60, but he can make them do that. Front wheels won't even touch the ground while it's doing that. He's the one that had the really big shop cat, Fred, who weighed, I want to say, like 20-something pounds. Poor Fred passed away, on account of being extremely obese. But dense. Dense in his bigness. I'll post a picture of Fred sometime if I remember. He was chonky. Luckily, my cats, they don't eat enough to get fat, even though I have them on self-feed. Because when they were first born, I made a point of their mother, the mama cat, always having food that she could just go eat. Because I was worried about her being able to make enough milk. So I was like, okay, she needs all the food she can eat, all the water she can drink, always. And then when they started being able to eat, I was like, well, I don't want them to be stunted in their growth. So they need all the food they can eat. No, Fred was my uncle's shop cat. He died of being very fat. But he was happy. He was a 20-something pound cat. The fat cat my parents own is like 50 pounds. Or, sorry, 15. Not 50. 15. Yusuke. He was my cat, but my parents taught me to take in a different cat. I know. But I'll be honest, if I died of fat, I could think of worse ways to go. If I died of ate everything I could want when I want and how much of it I wanted for years, I'd be kind of cool with that. the problem comes with the uh, being over 500 pounds and on a TLC show. That part of it sucks. But the eating part's pretty cool. If I could just burger whenever I want, but I don't make enough money to weigh that much. I'll be so honest. I don't make enough money to eat like the people on those TLC shows eat. I don't know how they can afford it. That's one thing they don't talk about often. To be like 500 pounds, you have to eat like 20,000 or 30,000 calories a day. That's a lot of food. That's like 10 people's worth of food. Probably a little less because a lot of people eat more than 2,000 calories a day. But still, I, I could never imagine getting to that point. All right. I won't be going too terribly late today since I have D&D tonight, but hopefully we'll see you again. Of course. It's the literal least I could do. I'll also put it in the announcements on my Discord so my other friends see. Even if I don't play it on stream, I'll try and make time to play it off stream. But I will be right back. I desperately need to piss. Okay, but at least you didn't hear me pissing. At least you didn't hear me pissing like I was in an Austin Powers bit. So that's pretty good. It could have been far worse. Also, how you doing, Ghoulie? Hello, hello. I'm over here in the bathroom like, is this going to end? I've got stuff to do. I've already done piss reveal once, not on stream, but with D&D group. I hit the mute on my mic, but turns out that mute button was broken. And they heard me pissing, and I will never recover from that. I will die thinking of that. It's almost as bad as the waiter saying you enjoy your food and you saying you too. I will never recover. Oh, I played some Pathfinder. I don't know how I feel about it. Well, I can say what I've thought. At least the Pathfinder 2nd edition, it felt like they tried to balance everything to be so fair that no class really matters. If every class does the same amount of damage, gets the same numbers, then it doesn't really matter what you pick at the end of the day. That was my opinion. It's why I liked 5e better. And I don't know how I feel about 1 D&D 2025 or whatever it is called now. My main qualm is just my selection has gotten smaller. I don't care how much you tell me it's all compatible. It doesn't all feel compatible. Your new player handbook should have the same number of subclasses for every class, not less. Oh, heck yeah, that sounds great. I know the one campaign I was writing a while back, it kind of fell to the wayside. It was called The Soul Kiln. It was all based off one of my stupidly high, my level 17 necromancer, and like what they were doing in post game, basically. Because his whole goal was to make a soul. It's like, well, how do you do that? Well, you have to collect something. So he basically built an undead, self-contained city-state. And the undead going about their lives, he was basically skimming energies off the top. And the players accidentally get pulled into that realm. Oh, you're great, Ghoulie. I would love to have you as a DM sometime. Although Isaac is really good. He is an amazing DM. Love that guy. The best DM I've ever had. Nope, not that bottle. This bottle. I grabbed the wrong one. Is that? Yeah, I swear, if D&D gets canceled tonight, I'm a fucking crash out. I'm drinking just so I can take a nap, so I can stay up for D&D and then survive tomorrow. And then after work tomorrow, I have to go to the grocery store to get stuff to make burgers for friends. Because they're doing some grill out stuff. I said I would get some drinks and some stuff to make burgers. I know we can't tell him that. We can't tell him that. We can't make him feel bad. I understand. Work's been kicking his butt. It's understandable. Yeah, he has to deal with the problem children. Oh, Panda, if you're still here, our friend the DM, he works in the BLC classroom, the behavioral learning class. It's interesting. I was in that classroom growing up. And I was, for the most part, a normal kid. Just had the occasional outburst, the occasional fight. Tried to cut off a teacher's tie with a pair of scissors once. That sort of thing. You know how it goes. Exactly. We can't tell them that we're crashing out because we wouldn't want them to feel pressured to do it to less of a degree than they're happy with. Because I know that sort of stuff lingers with you. I ran Xanathars for some friends. It was their first D&D campaign. And my first time running a proper campaign. And I still look back at that and I'm like, damn, I could have done this so much better. Made my friends have so much more fun. Because I kind of had to railroad them a bit. Because they literally wanted to go, nope, we're not playing your campaign. We are running a tavern. Fuck you and your campaign. We are small business owners now. And I'm like, look here. I love you. You are my friends. I can't run that campaign. If you want to go play like Idle Tavern or whatever the new game is that lets you run a little tavern, go for it. But that's a video game that you want to play. I do think I had some moments where I cooked, though. Because there was another tavern that opens up across the street that's supposed to be like the rival. Like in that same block. And I had some stuff like when they went over to talk to him, and he had found out that it was about them, he was working on fixing the place up. And some tiles accidentally fell and nearly crushed a character or stuff. Like, nearly did some damage. A lot of passive-aggressive stuff. I know. I recommend the book Strongholds and Followers. I have it in my collection. The rogues option specifically is best for a base for players. That's like a simple property or business. The fighter option of a keep though is also there. There's the Wizard's Tower. It gives you ideas for like abilities that they get that are based off if they spend an extended period of time here. It has an extended rest system that is either 1 week or 2 weeks spent at the base. Which gives special abilities. And I really like the system. It also talks about like how a wizard can spend time here like developing new spells and stuff like that. Which I do wish there was a bit of a better system in 5e for that. Like something players actually had access to. I know it'd be at risk of just being dumb. But at the same time, like I would love it if I could make like a burning hands that did necrotic damage to fit my necromancer. But it's a lot of wishes. 5e is still a very good system. And at the end of the day, I can make the exact same character stats-wise, statistically, but play them completely different. The role-playing is the aspect I like the best. That's why I really liked when we were playing the stinking Game of Thrones, which we gotta bring you in for someday. You can learn it. It's really easy. It's an afternoon to make a character, but then you're set. The quick reference guide on the website is perfect. Because social interactions are run like combat, and I really like that. And then the big scale combat is run largely like the small scale combat, but instead you're using a different stat sheet. I know my plan currently was just to recruit a bunch of people in the support function and basically make a troop of medics. Then build a sanitarium. Because my character's goal was just to keep researching how to help people, learn medicine and whatnot. They were definitely a bit vengeful and more than a little cruel at times, but they were more or less a good person. It's like, though, what's that? Someone is hurt, I will help them. Not the how much money will I get for this. That's why they wanted to fund a big sanitarium. They were like, well, if I treat a bunch of rich people, then I can always just put poor people that need the help in the empty rooms. It's not much, but I can help some people out. Oh, thank you very much. I'm not sure how late I'll be going today. I need to take a nap before D&D or I will die. That's why I'm drinking. Speaking of, that's 3 out of 3 down, baby. Let's go. I'm not drunk. You're drunk. I will see you later, Ghoulie. Top 10 streamers, Ghoulie. Oh, before I forget, if you're not following Ghoulie, shout out Ghoulie. Ooh. No, I can't type. Typing hard. There we go. Follow the batch. She's the best. Absolutely fan-freaking-tabulastic. I'm trying to get them and some of my other friends together to play Repo and Schedule 1, because those are the 2 games that streamers be playing right now. They both look like a lot of fun. I want to play them. But I want friends to play them. I could play them by myself. I wouldn't get very far. And that wouldn't be content. I want to monetize my friendship. If I can monetize my friendship, then I can make more time for friends. It's perfect. Then once I get stupid rich off streaming, become the next Ireland Mouse, I'll be a bronze dog. His copper cat is taken. Steel feline? Something like that. Then I can be like, hey friend, what if I paid you a salary? You quit your job, did whatever you wanted, and just kept your like Wednesdays open to hang out. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, hey friend, I'm sad. Do you want to go on a vacation with me? I need to get over this breakup. Do you want to go to Italy? What if I give you like $30,000? Someday I'm gonna be stupid rich. No, I won't. I like commissioning art too much. Speaking of, after this stream, I'm messaging Miss Hannah. I'm doing it. I'll commission 5 emotes from her. It's mostly aspirational at the moment, but why not? That way I have them ready and raring to go. I'll also ask her about sub badges. I'm not sure what I should do for them. I think doing a flat cap might be funny. I originally planned for my model to have a flat cap, but when Katya gave me the initial draft and didn't have it, I fell in love with it immediately. The only things I changed was I asked her to put the glasses on, and I took off the gloves she had on my character. I thought the gloves were a bit too much. You wouldn't want to wear gloves when you're working in the kitchen making food. You need to be able to feel what you're doing. That's what I kind of dislike about my job. It's like, hey, I will wash my hands and then I'm going to go cut the vegetables. I'm aware I'm not wearing gloves. I am less likely to cut myself because I'm not wearing gloves while I'm cutting vegetables. You may not like it, however, I don't like bleeding on the food. I don't want to give people the gonorrhea herpessyphilades. So I'm not going to bleed on their food. I nearly cut off the end of I think it was my thumb the other day. I put a good cut in my thumb. I hit the nail from the other side. I was able to push it together, make a bandage by cutting up one of the clean dishcloths, and then finish out my shift. But that sucked. You know it's bad when you cut into the front of a finger and hit the fingernail? Lucky it was just at the angle. And the blade was like a bread knife, basically. So it had big serrations. So there's a good sized spot where it wasn't cut. Versus if it had been a chef knife, I would have lost part of that finger probably. At least a good chunk of the fleshy bit. And I would have probably gone home. Speaking of, I need to get my chef's knife back from work. I gave him one of mine to use at work because we needed a proper knife. But I haven't seen it in forever. And no one else is using it. I don't even get to use it. I might as well take it back. It's too bad. A proper knife can make your day a lot better. It wasn't the nicest knife, but it was decent. The handle was just plastic is the main reason why I didn't use it like I used my other ones. Because the main chef knife set I have is some Cider knives, which is a really nice brand, really nice set. But the handles are I think it's polymerized wood, where you like infuse wood with plastic. Or it could be synthetic wood, but it has the right texture that I think it was wood. It could be plastic made to look like wood. I could be completely wrong. I could be talking out my ass. Doesn't sound like I'm talking out my ass, but I could be. Speaking of, I had accidentally left one of those knives at the paring knife at my friend's house for months. Because I don't know the last stuff where I would need a paring knife, and where I would have needed a paring knife, I can use a chef knife. I know my basic knifings. I knife like the mother trucker. But I really want to do more cooking more often. I've made some like from scratch cheesecakes before, which are really good, but I'm trying to get like the Japanese, like real fluffy, puffy cheesecakes just right. And they're tricky. Last Thanksgiving, I made one. And that's what I brought to the family gathering. To the friends gathering, I go early and I make the turkey for Friendsgiving. And they keep telling me that it's so good. It's like, sir, ma'am, I put spices on the skin and then I cooked it in a bag with some onions and garlic. That's it. It's not that crazy. It's like, why? And they're like, but it's so moist and juicy. And I'm more like, I cooked it in its own juices. It damn well better be. That's the point of using an oven bag. I like cooking, but don't be gassing me up for something that's not that special. Come on now. I'm using blog posts for crying out loud on how to cook. Because I'll usually pull the turkey a day and a half, 2 days ahead of time, and just put it in a cooler. That way it thaws slowly. Because the plastic thing they put around the legs, it's so hard to get off. You need the thing fully thawed to be able to get it off easily. Otherwise, there's going to be some plastic in that turkey somewhere in the bird. And it's going to melt when you're cooking it in the oven, which means that whole section is going to taste gross. But I've at least gotten to the point where I can reach in and pull out the neck without having chills run down my spine for hours. I didn't see an organ bag last year, which I'm glad. I don't want the organs. I don't want the turkey heart. I don't need it. I'm not a freak. I'm not a little freak despite what I say. I don't eat organs. And yeah, I know that's wasteful. However, I don't care. I wasn't raised to eat them. I don't want to eat them. Now, if somebody gave me a soup that tasted good and then told me later, but there was cow heart in it, I would say, oh well, and ask for another bowl of soup and some bread to go with it. But I'm not going to learn recipes to use the parts that I don't usually use. I've also made those checkerboard cookies you always see in anime. Those were fun. And they didn't use any eggs, so all my friends could enjoy them. They did use milk, though, so one friend can't, but they aren't part of the D&D group. I've also made Vanillekämpfer, which is a German vanilla cookie that's shaped like a moon. If I remember right, they're predicted to have originally started in Constantinople, actually. But I could be remembering wrong. I think their original start is Islamic though, because they're moon shaped. I remember reading something about that when I was reading the recipes. Because I always do a lot of research on the different recipes I want to make. Vanillekämpfer is a cookie that uses ground hazelnuts as a major part of their dough. So I go and buy some unsalted hazelnuts from the hardware store because they got food for farmers, and that's something you'd put in a tractor. And I put those in a food processor to turn them into a powder. And then you mix that with the powdered sugar and flour and whatnot. Then when they're done, you cover them in powdered sugar. Oh, they're so good. They got a really nice sweet flavor with nutty tones to them. Oh, I go nuts for them, I tell you what. I should make those again sometime soon. I have to order my parents to cook, but their oven's been out of commission. Or to bake, I should say. Because my oven, it works, but it doesn't keep a steady temperature. It's always running high. I've tried really hard to make stuff in there, but it just always burns. But the oven's older than me, so it makes sense. No, I made Japanese style meatballs and a lot of other stuff as well. I love learning to make new foods. I can't go traveling to other parts of the world, but I can make the food and eat it at home. And that's the best part of traveling is the food. Well, that's something I could get my mother. She mentioned a while back she wanted to learn to make kimchi. I could get her a big kimchi jar. That wouldn't be hard to get at all. With the water seal on top? I should do that. Oh, one moment. My eyes are bugging me. Maybe too much screen time today. Maybe my eyes need rest time. Oh, it's probably fine. Smile. My eyes are just burning a little. Oh, I'm trying to remember how to spell Kempfell. I can't for the life of me. It's going to drive me crazy. It's going to drive me absolutely insane. I'm going to make freaking losing it trying to remember. But I can't spell. I try. I really do. But I just can't. I simply cannot. I'm starting to get eepy. I'll at least make it to the top of the hour. Yeah, my joy of making Asian food has spread to the rest of my family. My mom's been making pot stickers and some other dishes lately. So when I go over, there's usually leftovers of those different dishes I get to try, and they're usually pretty darn tasty. I've turned them on to ground pork. Because our area makes a lot of pork. Iowa has a lot of pork farmers. So ground pork, not the most expensive. Same with most other cuts of pork. Like if you want a big pork roast or like some pork belly or even bacon, it's all fairly cheap here. Still expensive if you go to the meat counter. You pay a premium for that. But it's not bad. Even though the pork belly, they have to go get it from in back. They don't keep it up on display up front, which is silly. I need to try make burnt ends again. I had poor luck making crispy burnt ends of pork belly. I had bad luck with that. I need to find a video that's a little easier to follow. That's the last one I made. It was just too much damn salt. Just too much. Because the whole process is meant to pull out as much moisture as possible. Because if you do it right, the like skin on the pork belly is supposed to bubble, while the rest of it like has the consistency of pulled pork. Like you can just give it a squish and it falls apart. It looks so good. Ah. Oh. I want it. I want it in my belly. Get in my belly. Oh, speaking of, probably not this weekend, but next weekend when I'm up seeing friends near Iowa City, I'm going to go to Japanese cafe and get absolutely wrecked on hot sake. Hot sake and takoyaki. I got enough money put away, and I have one more paycheck coming this month, so I don't have to worry too much about my bills. This month I get 3 paychecks, baby. Wait, no. I got one like 2 days before the end of last month, and that's why it feels like I get 3 paychecks. I think that's right. Either way, I got a lot of money saved. I got over 2,500 in the bank. 1,300 of that being in my savings. Because I take $100 off every paycheck now and put that away in my savings. It's been really nice seeing that grow. Every 2 weeks, I put $100 in, which means it's been half a year. It's been half a year doing that already. 26. 26 weeks. Oh, wait, no. One more paycheck. 28. Right? 56 divided by 2 is 28. Sometimes I'll put $90, like $98 and change, just to make it an even round number again, because I like round number. Well, I think that'll do it for today. Another successful stream. I had all my friends in here practically. That's pretty awesome. And then I get to take a nap to fast travel to D&D time. That's the real wicked part. I'm thinking maybe we raid Cabal? They just went live a little over an hour ago. / raid Cabal. No, I typed that name in wrong. Control C. I can't type. / raid. Raid. Cabal. I don't know what to say for this raid. I don't know what the raid message should be. I don't know. IDK raid. Oh, one moment. I'll be right with you.